So today's go live is a little bit more structured. So let's just jump right into today's 7 tips to a healthy you. So I've got a list of these, and some of them can go before others. So don't quote me on which one you should do first, because I believe there's certain ones on this list that maybe should go before others. So the first one is detox. So you always want to detox yourself from bad habits, like if you're a smoker or if you're a drinker, or even just detoxing yourself from pollutions of the world. It's definitely one of the main things that you want to do to become a healthier you. So detox can be in the certain foods that you eat. There's lots of antioxidant foods out there. Blueberries are a really good one. Lots of fruits and vegetables. You want to definitely detox. The next one on my list is hydration. So that's like the key. I think that one should be a mixture throughout your day or throughout your ritual. The hydration is a very important one. So get moving is the next one on my list. You always want to stay moving. You want to stay active. You want to stay fit. You want to be able to get yourself going. You don't want to be sitting on the couch all the time. I'll quote Janger and watch The Walking Dead. You want to keep moving all the time. You want to keep going. I'm reading listening to The Compound Effect, and it's just like a giant locomotive. It's almost impossible to push it, but when it starts to get going, just like as long as you keep moving and you keep yourself active, then it definitely gets easier over time, and it's only a plus to just keep moving. Get out there, get some exercise, whether just walking, running, riding a bike. I'm not saying hit the gym and pound out the weights and do curls or whatever, but you definitely want to keep moving. So the next one I have on my list is meditation. So I think that meditation, along with hydration, are 2 key ones. You have to stay in a frame of mind that's good. You have to keep your body in a frame of state. And Dallas, what's up, brother? And meditating is definitely a key. Just like yoga and stuff like that, that's a good one for moving, but I feel that yoga is kind of a bit of moving and meditating at the same time, because you are getting into that state of mind that you are becoming one with yourself more than you are just moving around or just meditating. Don't get me wrong, meditating and moving around all by themselves is definitely a key. So the next one I have on my list is eat real food. So none of this processed garbage. Don't get me wrong, a box of Kraft Dinner every once in a while sure does taste good, but it probably, I know it's not that good for you. All that processed food out there with the GMOs and everything, in Canada here we've tried to limit the GMO levels, but there still is in most of the processed foods that we do eat. So if you can steer away from processed foods, anything in the middle of a grocery store usually isn't good for you. Anything on the outside edges of a grocery store are good for you. And there's a reason for that, because they want you to walk through the middle of the grocery store so that you'll find all of that garbage throughout the store. And then it's all full of sugar, so tax is like to the max. Sugar is one of the biggest tax items in the grocery store, so you want to stay away from those fake foods. The feel-good foods. I am the most guilty person of all. I can eat McDonald's till I'm blue in the face. I know it's not good for me, and I know now, because of past knowledge that's been passed down to me and everything, that it's not good for you at all. Nothing's really that good for you if you got to go to the bathroom 10 minutes after you eat it. So the next one is sleep. So here's where I may differ in my opinion. Sleep, yes, you do need to get a healthy amount of sleep. How much sleep you need has always been controversy. Some of the smartest men in the world only slept for 4 hours and were up and then slept for 4 hours, and then were up and then slept for 4 hours. So, I mean, your interpretation of how much sleep you need depends on how much you actually really believe in how much sleep you need. Some people believe you need 8 hours of sleep, but like I said, some of the smartest people in the world, Einstein being one of them, says you only need 4 hours of sleep, and then you're up for 4 hours, and then you go back to sleep for 4 hours, and then you're up for 4 hours. So it all depends on your interpretation of what you believe to be the correct amount of sleep. So, I mean, don't get me wrong though, it is important to have sleep. I just think it's important to have sleep in how you believe sleep, your sleep schedule. I'm also a big believer that sleep is the cousin of death, and there's probably a lot of time to sleep once you die. So there you go with that one. So the next one is unplug and read. So I think this is one of the biggest ones on the list, because I find so much more, not when I was a kid or when I was younger, there wasn't really much to unplug from other than a Walkman, which kind of dates my era. You get a Sony Walkman, plug that tape in there, the tape all unwinds in the Walkman, you get your pen out, and you wind your tape back into the case. Yeah. So nowadays though, we've got MP3 players, phones, iPads, computers, laptops, you name it. You're standing on the C train or you're standing at the football game, there's some kind of technology that you're plugged into, whether you're physically plugged into it or not. I definitely think that you should unplug and pick up a good book. So I'm a real big audiobook kind of guy. I really get things a lot more clearly, especially when it's the author that's reading the book, because then I actually hear from his point of view how he actually wrote the book. The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy is actually read by Darren Hardy, so it's an excellent choice for audios. Think and Grow Rich was a little bit more of a dry read because of the fact that the narrator actually reads differently than the book was read or wrote. So my all-time favorite book is Happy Pocket Full of Money. I mean, I love that book to the max. I once had this copy or the original copy from the library. I've got a copy on my laptop, I got a copy on my phone, and I've got the audio. So I've listened to the audio 3 times, and I've read the book twice, and I definitely suggest Happy Pocket. Next though, I'm beginning to learn that Compound Effect is very similar in the ideas behind why the things are written in the book, because there's key things in this life, key things in this world or universe, however you want to look at it, that are actual factual things. I can't even tell you right now what they are because they're just so up here right now. I mean, quantum physics alone in Happy Pocket will really blow your mind to thinking that everything you see and know is exactly made up of the exact same thing. I mean, exactly. There's no difference between any of it other than how fast it moves. So in the Compound Effect, it's similar in that idea that, if you stick to something consistently, just like energy does, you will overcome any obstacle in your way, no matter which way you look at it or go about it, because it's only destined to go that way. Just like the laws of attraction and just like cause and effect, there is definite ways of things. Things work too well together for it to be just coincidental for certain things to happen in certain ways. So, in my beliefs at least, there is just way too much happening around for it to be happening coincidentally. So we got detox, hydration, get moving, meditate, eat real food, sleep, unplug, and read. So like I said, I think that list there, 7 things, can be done in all different manners. I mean, you could start with a little bit of sleep, start your day at nighttime, you go to sleep, You wake up in the morning, you unplug and read. Well, I guess you wouldn't need to unplug and read because you'd already be unplugged. So you'd just read, or just wake up, go for sleep, eat real food, meditate, get moving, hydrate, detox, and then unplug and read. So I'm sure along in all of that, you would have been plugged in sometime. So let me know what you guys think of that. I mean, like I said, most of the time when I come up with a topic for my Go Lives, it's usually something that I've either read or looked for a clue during the daytime. As I said, this one came to me earlier on. I literally stood up. There's the bookmark. It literally slapped me in the face saying, hey, let's talk about that today. And most likely it will help a lot of people, because a lot of people get caught up in the day-to-day stuff and they don't take the time to think about simple things like eating real food or meditate. I mean, it took me years, and I'm meditating now, and you know what? I'm a big advocate for meditation because it does bring your mindset back into alignment with yourself so that you can come at the day with a lot clearer thoughts. I'll recap one more time. So detox, hydration, get moving, meditate, eat real food, sleep, and unplug and read. So those are definitely good pillars. I mean, if you want to start a pillar list of things to like put on your calendar to make sure that you do during the day, I mean, those are definitely 7 of the best things out there. I mean, I've got a list where I can put 14 things, 14 pillars of success. I know that there's usually just 4, but if you're going to step up your game, if you're going to like run with the big dogs, run with the wolf pack, you got to step up your game and do things that not everybody's doing, right? So it comes right down to, what are you willing to do to better your life in your way? I mean, you could only do 2 of those things off that list, and you'd probably get better and better in your life. Things would turn around for you in some way or another, because each one of those 7 things is very good for you. At that being said, I'm very grateful for all the time that you guys spend with me. I mean, I know everybody's got a busy life. I know that you all got families, and even the ones that don't have families, your time is just as valuable. I very much appreciate all the time that you spend with me, because, if you guys weren't here for me to talk to, or if I didn't feel like I was bringing good enough value to my Go Lives, there'd be really no point for me to do them. And I know that I bring value, so I'm going to continue bringing value. So I don't want to take you guys too much longer. So a quick recap: the 7 tips to a healthier you. You definitely want to detox. You want a hydration, get moving, meditate, eat real food, sleep, unplug, and read. I'm glad that I've brought some value to you guys. At that being said, I love and respect every last one of you. Thank you for your time. Much love.